Howdy, my name's Anna. I am a lover of makeup and all things dress up, and I just love talking about makeup. And as I was unpacking I went up to Seattle for a few days to see my in-laws over Christmas, and as I was unpacking, I realized that, the brushes that I took on the trip would make kind of a cool video because, what is a necessity? Like, what do you need when you're doing your makeup? And I thought I would share with you what I thought was important and necessary, and just kind of some pros and cons to some different things, and basically discussing it and going through the process of the decision making. Anyways, if that sounds interesting to you, then just keep watching. So ironically, I ended up not putting on makeup at all while I was up in Seattle for 3 days. But I still stand by these choices. I thought about this very carefully and curated this very specifically. And to be honest, I probably didn't need all of these, but these are the brushes that I brought with me, and I will tell you why. So the first one that I want to start with is actually, it sort of came in a way by default because it's short. And I will tell you, it's just easier for me to travel with, and I just kind of prefer brushes with a shorter handle. So my favorite highlighter brush, because highlighter is important to me, especially around the holidays when it's like, oh, I just, I want to be glowy and shiny and glittery, whatnot. But this is actually my favorite highlighter brush. It is pretty long. I guess it's hard to show you scale, but the highlighter brush that I ended up bringing was my rougher brush. I brought mostly rougher brushes, honestly. They're shorter. Whoops. They're just shorter. Like, I kind of wish that this brush was that length. It would be better. It would be easier to travel with because I had a little bag that, this didn't fit in. And so this went out sort of by default in that way. So first tip, as far as I'm concerned, is shorter brushes, easier for travel. They just fit in more things. And this particular rougher brush came with like a sleeve for it. And I have held on to that because it just makes it a little bit more compact and not as unruly. So that's number one. And highlighters, so important when I'm traveling, when I don't wear makeup. And then this one I brought, it can be sort of dual purpose. It's basically the smallest brush that I own that can pack some pigment, and that's a rougher 23. Again, it's very short compared to a lot of my brushes. And it's just so tiny, and I can do several things with it. That's sort of the point, is to be able to use it for multiple things. And this one, I can get it into the little tiny like crevice. I basically have a crevice right here and right here because I have hooded eyes. And so there's like this canyon, if you will, right here in the corner. And this can get in there. And sometimes I need to get that little bit just in that tiny space. And this can go in any tiny space. I can do it like just under my brow bone, or I can do my lower lash line with it. I can do inner corner. There's just so many little tiny places. And this was really handy for that. All right. And then I do like to powder at least my under eyes, and this is, again, teeny tiny, but, big enough that I could use this on my whole face. I usually just kind of do my T-zone and my under eyes, but this is just a great powder brush. And again, so I have two brushes that are sort of similar. And this one was taller, so I brought this one. honestly, they're both equally good. This is the Nikki Joy Cosmetics Precision Powder Brush. And then this is a rougher 18. But yeah, this one is smaller and therefore more portable. And yes, I feel like I need a powder brush when I travel. So there's that. And I brought my blush brush, my Refer blush brush. Again, example number 3. Where is it? This is my favorite blush brush, but like, I'm not gonna bring that. It's so Refer 19 won out because I have to have a different brush for my blush and my powder because you understand. I know you understand. So yeah, and honestly, I probably could have brought, I have a, like the Refer, well, let's see. There's this Refer 5, but it's just bigger, and I just thought, you know what, this is gonna be fine for a blush. So basically the point of this video is bring the smallest brush that can do the job when you travel. It's just gonna make you happier. All right, and then so now for like the rest of the eye. Honestly, I could have probably gotten away with, and actually I will just pare this down. So I actually brought these with me because I had room, but I didn't need all of these. Like, there wasn't going to be a universe in which I needed these, and I will tell you why. I mean, other than the fact I didn't put makeup on, but if I was going to, I wouldn't need all of these. This could do the job of, I somewhat prefer, I have this Morphe 213 that I use all the time. It's a tiny flat brush. It's very small. And this is a little bit better for shimmers. So like inner corner and brow bone. However, this can do the job if it needs to. And I'll just wipe it off on a towel in between shades, because the one thing is, when you're using this as a liner and then you're using it as, you know, a shimmer brush for shimmers, you want to make sure that you're wiping it off really well in between. So that would be the only reason that I might bring this guy along. But other than that, this will do the job that this one can do. All right, and then same story. This is a little bit better. This is a little bit better for lining. It's so tiny, but this will do that job. So just bring this one and be done with it. It's fine. You don't need this one. This is a Rougher 29. All right, and then I brought too many fluffy brushes. Yeah, I probably could have gotten away with only bringing my Morphe 518. This is kind of my favorite. It was so cheap. It was like $4 or something, $5. And I just love it. It's really soft. I don't know if it's natural or synthetic bristles, but it's kind of the perfect size. It's like, it'll wash color all over my like crease, almost all over my entire eye because I have small eyes, but it's very soft and it's not too big. So this brush is sort of a must, actually, I think. Yeah, that one definitely. And then these, honestly, I didn't need all 3 of them. One of these would have been fine, and probably either the Rougher 13 or this Blend Bunny Cosmetics. Which one is this? This is the one brush. This one packs a little bit more pigment, and so probably I would go with this one because you can sort of blend with this after using this, you know, with the lighter color. So that was probably, you know, the one to do. And then on the same token, I brought this one, which is the Blend Bunny. This was their number 3, so the like middle one. It's a little bit more packed than, say, you know, one of these fluffy brushes, which is why I would want it for like, you know, doing the outer corner. But this one will kind of do that job. And then if I really need pigment, we've got Little Guy. So these are just things to consider. Like I said, I brought these 2 little fluffy brushes, and this is the Rephr 13 and 14, which are 2 of my favorite brushes. And because I had room, I brought them along. But, so, okay, this is the 3rd time I'm trying to do this. I keep dropping them. This is what I brought because I had room for it, but could have totally gotten away with this if I had to. And look how compact that is. So final answer, I need 6 brushes to do my makeup, but 11 if I'm being picky. And like 50,000 if I am at home. Anyways, just a fun, silly little video. Like I said, as I was as I was unpacking, I was like, oh, that would be kind of a fun video to just talk about travel and sort of necessity when it comes to makeup brushes. You know, I didn't need a shimmer brush. I have my finger, which honestly works better anyway. Yeah, so what are your must-haves for travel as far as brushes go? I'd be curious to see, you know, how other people think about this. And yeah, I hope that you're having a good 2022 so far. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, love it if you'd hit that thumbs up button. And if you'd subscribe, that would make me so happy. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.